Welcome to just a quick little episode of the 84 show. Coming at you live and direct as we do. I'm going to share some comic book action with you. That's right. We're here. Comic Head 84. What's up, Mr. G? I don't read Doctor Strange. But there was this run that I picked up that sucked me into a little Doctor Strange story. Let's cut that. That was a no copyright, royalty-free song, okay? I've been trying to play by the rules. It's called Native Vibe Tribe, which I thought was appropriate. Because, yeah, we're going to talk about this this new character that I got put on my radar. And I'm going to fill you in on some of that and show you some books that I picked up. So, yeah, man, shout out to you, Mr. G, an aficionado of Doctor Strange. Dope comics in the place to be. That's right, that peace pipe banger. And Funkadelic. What up, Funkadelic? So, we're going to get into it. And first, I'm coming at you live, 84, the source of your latest up-to-date election news source right here. I know you probably haven't been hearing much about it. We're going to spend the first 35, 40 minutes breaking down what states are still in play. Which ones do the candidates need to win? We're going to break that down first before we get into the comics. So we're just going to spend just a breezy 35, 40 minutes talking about this election battle, if you don't mind. Psych, son. I'm not sweating all that. Matter of fact, you know, it's a new line I've been using. Is when anyone brings up election stuff, right, and want me to weigh in, I go, you know, I think they're both great guys, man, and I think we'd be lucky to have either one of them. So I'm cool. Everything's fine. I can't wait to find out who it is. It's a win-win. So, I mean, they're both great. So I'm not worried at all. Huh? They just look at me befuddled like, huh? Because it's kind of like the alternate version of, they both suck, whatever. You hear that a lot. I go the other way. I say they're both fantastic. I mean, Sophie's choice. Win-win, dude. We're lucky to have either of them. Really fuck their minds up. You know what I mean? Collectible paper. Greetings to you. All right, let's get to it. We're going to get into a couple things. So first, let me get into a comic haul, right? The comic haul I picked up were these 6 issues of this Doctor Strange and the Sorcerers Supreme, plural. Picked up this run right here. We got issue number 1. Issue number 2. Issue number 3, which, damn, that cover art, that cover image, bro, is fire. Really like the cover art on this one. This character is cool, and we're going to get into that momentarily. Continuing on through the hall. Yo, what up, two brothers? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Road Dog. And just know, Road Dog, at any point in time, don't think I don't have this loaded up at the drop of a hat anytime.
Oh, you didn't know?
Huh? Don't think I can't drop a "oh, you didn't know" at a moment's notice. My brother, the Unruly Simeon. Good to see you, man. Collectible Paper just picked up that issue number 1. Nice. And there is like a possible investment aspect to it that we're going to talk about momentarily too. Hello, Gray Man. Tip of the hat to the British bad boy. I just saw the thumbnail on your most recent upload, and it said that you were going through some vigilante books. So I'm going to be checking out your video shortly. Got to catch up on my Gray Man. Garrel endorses the read. Very nice. My boy Gray Man's, he's politicking for some thumbs up, which, I'm not mad at that. Hello, Moon Guy. Good to see you. Oh, nice. Thank you, Gray. Gray Man is a solid pillar of the community, man. I know everyone here checks out Gray Man's content or is subscribed. You gotta be. If you're not, you need to get with the program. Wet Bloke will always be one of my favorite videos I've seen. Anyway, sidetracked as I do. Issue number 3. Then we continue on to issue number 4 with a nice, forefront cover appearance of the team, but also Nina the Conjurer. I'm going to tell you a little bit about her in a sec. Issue number 5. And lastly, I got issue number 6. So I think the overall story is a 12-issue run. And, and I got to be honest, where this number 6 left off, I feel compelled to get the other 6. Not going to lie. I might go digital for the other 6, but we'll see. "31 Nights of Halloween," solid content. I caught a couple of those. I didn't catch all of them, but I caught a few of the Halloween ones. You know what's one thing I've been hearing about, but I haven't caught an episode yet, is this cover game that you've been playing. I gotta find out what that's about. Gray Man's very prolific with content. You gotta keep up. But it's all, good digestible stuff. Yeah. Only takes a second. Oh, where's my boy? Will the Beast is in here. What up, Will the Beast? Thank you again for including me in your variant show. And hi, Lucha Libre. Consider this a pre-show lead-up to the go-to Wednesday night programming that is Inquiring Minds on my brother Hialeah Comic Bros channel. I got some stuff to cover and some stuff to go through, so I figure we can hang out if you got the time for about 45 minutes or so, and then we'll lead right into Hialeah Comic Bros Inquiring Minds, which I'm very excited about this episode because it's featuring the man, the myth, the legend, the Capitan of the community, the hard-broiled, tough guy from the streets, Meta-Rock, a.k.a. Meta-Rock. Roger's going to be on Inquiring Minds tonight, so that's going to be awesome. Yep, there's humbleness from our boy Metarog. No surprise there. All right, let me get into it. So first, I'm going to do a no spoiler stuff, but I'm going to give you a little premise of what's going on here. I'm going to give you a sales pitch for the story. All right. So Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme. I should say I have read very little Doctor Strange. I've just never got into him. There's so many things to collect. You can only choose so many, but I've never collected much. Matter of fact, I looked to see because I have so few Doctor Strange books. I think there's only one, and it's this crossover, Doctor Strange and the Punisher. So I'm not super familiar with the lore of the character or what's going on. So this run here, he's kind of like not powerless, but he's very low on magic. And Merlin, the OG Merlin sorcerer, assembles a team of Sorcerer Supremes. Now, my understanding has always been that there's only one Sorcerer Supreme, hence the word supreme. You know what I mean? Supreme usually means the top of the heap. Someone can't be more supreme than the other. Supremer, that doesn't happen. Supreme is top of the food chain. So the way you have sorcerers, plural, supreme, is that there's like different dimensions, so the different dimensions all have their own Sorcerer Supreme, and they play around with time. So let me just introduce the squad to you. So Merlin grabs him up, and you have Doctor Strange, of course. You have, let me see, where's the best cover image of this guy? Right here. This guy with the kind of metal suit on. That is Sir Isaac Newton. The Sir Isaac Newton from like a different dimension, who in that timeline, he became a sorcerer, and he rocks this ill like metal suit, and he has this guy. He's called Mindful, and it's like his little sidekick. He calls him a tool. He refers to him as a tool, so it's like he can like command him to do stuff. So Sir Isaac Newton's on the squad. What up, Ruban Guzman, Comic Mag Musings, Bill? Good to see you. So yeah, you got Sir Isaac Newton. You've got up here the Ancient One, but a young version of the Ancient One. So the Ancient One, who I think is known for being like wise and shit like that, as a young, like, kind of like arrogant punk kid. So you got a young Ancient One. In that top spot here is, what's his name? Wiccan. Scarlet Witch's offspring. You know what I mean? And at first I thought it was Cloak from Cloak and Dagger. But it's like an older Wiccan, and he's got the ill cloak, like a Cloak and Dagger thing. And he's pretty badass. Then you have Nina the Conjurer, who's like from Brazil. She's from 1950s Brazil. And she's a Sorcerer Supreme from her timeline. And then last but not least, dude, in my opinion, the breakout star of the series is right here, Kushala, the Demon Rider. And bro, let me tell you, the premise of this character, she's like from the 1800s, Native American. So it's early in the, Americans, actually I shouldn't call them, from Europeans, settlers in the mix and shit. And she has two things going for her. So she's a mashup of, she's the Sorcerer Supreme from her time, but she also has the Spirit of Vengeance, Ghost Rider. She's a Ghost Rider from her time too. So she's got that Spirit of Vengeance, dude. And when she turns into it, instead of a motorcycle, she's on horseback. And she's just on a fiery horseback, pictured right there. So she's a pretty dope character. Pretty fun story. The last thing I'll say about the actual story is that the that's a good one. In Demon Rider is Tops, Nina from the Cantina. Last thing I'll say about the story is that issue number 6 of this book did something that I've never really seen in a comic book before, and I don't think it'll be spoiler alert to say this, but let me just say, like, since they play around with time and different, it's almost like a choose your adventure, where it's like you start out with the issue and you have multiple people to save from the team. And it's like, if you want to save this person, turn to page 4. If you want to save that person, turn to page 7. And it's like you kind of jump around as you choose and you go back and forth. And it was like really creative and inventive, like comic book work, dude. It was, I was like, oh shit, that issue, like, kind of impressed me the way they pulled that off. I'd never read a comic that did that. So that was cool. So that's the premise of the story. I introduced you to the characters. Let's talk about the, this book became kind of on people's radar. Perhaps there might be some investment considerations here, because we're dealing with a couple first appearances. And can I say, the way that this book got put on my radar, from one of the best, if not the best, or I shouldn't say the best, one of my favorite Instagram pages is I Got Issues, bro. I Got Issues has a legit Instagram page. Like, he'll post like informative news stuff, he'll post some hot take type stuff, and he'll just post good hashtag posts, Moon Knight Monday, Thor's Day, all that kind of stuff. So he posts good books and he makes good posts. He puts a lot of effort into his Instagram page, and it shows. So he's a big time, if you know Issues at all or follow his page, he's a big Ghost Rider fan. So, I'm sure he was all over this, and he put me onto it. That's right. Hello, Lady Fantastic. To bring you latecomers up to speed, I was just showing my new haul of this Doctor Strange run, 1 through 6. I just recapped kind of the premise of the story, and now I'm going into why this book is desirable for some, because there's a couple first appearances. So the first issue has 2 first appearances. And those first appearances are of Kushala, the Demon Rider. She has a mashup of she's the Sorcerer Supreme, and she also has the Spirit of Vengeance, Ghost Rider. She's a badass, dope character, and I love this cover. So first appearance of Kushala is in that issue 1. And then you also have the first appearance of Nina, the Conjurer, in issue 1. And she's a pretty fun character in her own right. I like her design. She's a 1950s Brazilian sorcerer chick. She almost has like a little bit of a steampunk thing going on, because they're like old revolvers that are her swords. It's very, very cool aesthetic. So you got 2 first appearances in here. Now, first appearances, are a dime a dozen. There's all kind of first appearances out there. Not all of them are worth picking up. Just because a character gets introduced don't mean anything. The reason why folks apparently are paying attention to the first appearance of specifically the Demon Rider is because you'll notice that she's like Native American. And you may have noticed that there's the Indigenous Voices series coming out from Marvel, which is highlighting Native American characters and artwork. And word on the street, well, not even word on the street, it's official. Marvel said that they're going to be giving this character her own series, miniseries, I imagine. So, who knows? Maybe the character might pick up a little steam, might become kind of popular. Who knows? I would like to see more from the character. So I'm in. I'll be reading that stuff for sure. And Nina the Conjure's a cool character. So, oh, we got a little update here from Mr. Gal. Don't forget, the first cover appearance of her is on the #1 variant. Oh, I didn't know that. I gotta look that up. Yeah, man. So it was a dope run. It's 12 issues overall. I read the first 6. I own the first 6. I gotta read the rest of it. I want to see the shit play out. I might go digital because it might be tough to hunt down the other 6. So I endorse the read. I think the characters are cool. And speaking of the indigenous voices thing, I was gonna segue into showing you guys some of the indigenous voices variant covers that have been coming out. And I gotta be honest, man. Some of them I like. Some of them I'm not a big fan of. But we're gonna go through them nonetheless. You like The Conjurer. I like The Conjurer too. Yeah, I don't. Hopefully she like crosses over into the Demon Riders miniseries. The shoe's pretty dope. I mean, those old school revolvers that are also swords. I mean, just from a design standpoint, that is pretty tight. So good stuff. Fun read. There's some pretty good art moments in the book too. I hope to do it right. You need great writing and not just checking a box. Straight up and down, man. That is true. I hope they don't just like do it for diversity's sake and put a quality team on it. Make a good run of it. That's the secret to how you make a character pop, how you make a character successful, is you gotta put some time and put some effort, get your best talent on that character and make it a good read that people care about. Otherwise, it's gonna go by the wayside, dude. So let's bring up some of these indigenous variants, dude. So here's the Captain America variant. What book is this from? Let's see. Captain America number 25, cover by Jeffrey Vereggi. This one's pretty cool. I gotta say, this one goes on the list of decent but not a favorite. It's okay. Yo, what up, Pat Wall? Chris Barrett. Let's go to the next one. The Hulk. Which, yo, quite frankly, maybe the worst of the bunch. I really don't like this cover. This thing just does not do it for me, bro. It's kind of ugly. And it looks like he has like the Madonna cone bra going on or something weird, dude. But, not my cup of tea. Next. Ooh, quite possibly my favorite of the bunch. Quite possibly my favorite. This Iron Man, dude. It's like good use of the page, man. Yo, the color palette is banging. that red and yellow over that teal blue. Awesome cover. What book is this? Let's see. Iron Man #3 by the same guy, Jeffrey Vareggi. That's a legit fucking cover. So that one's cool. Next, because it's not too abstract. Some of them, if they go like a little too abstract, and I don't like it as much. This one I think is right in the sweet spot. Ooh, another one that is also, I gotta say, one of the better ones. One of the better ones. And what's this character's Moonstar, right? Moon. Am I getting that right? Moonstar from New Mutants. I think it's pretty cool. Let's see if we can get a confirmation on the name. I'm pretty sure it's Moonstar. But that's a pretty decent one. Next up, ooh, the Black Panther. Also, not one of my favorites. Not one of my favorites, if I'm being honest. Didn't really dig this one too much. This is Avengers #38, has this variant. What issue was the other one? Oh, they don't even say the issue of that one. But yeah, the Black Panther one, which is a little bit of a miss for me. Oh, here we go. Danny Moonstar. Okay, got it. First name Moon, last name Star. Hey, what up, Warlord? Yo, that's a good point. Too much like a frog, straight up. Looks like a hopping frog. Next up, the Thor variant. And I guess I hate to say it, because I saw a couple people. It sounds like this book came out today, and I heard a couple compliments on this book thus far in the chat. But this one, in my opinion, has to go to the bottom of the list. This is a pass list book for me personally. I don't know, man. I just don't think they pulled it off quite right. It doesn't, like, the stuff coming off the hammer doesn't really flow very well for me. And if that's supposed to be a cape, like, it doesn't really look like it's a cape. It looks like it's speed lines or something. I just mean, when you compare this one to that Iron Man, I feel like they're in two different leagues, And maybe I'm not a fan of that background color. But, that's the beauty of art, man. To each their own. What's up, Count Von Strange? Mr. Genome presents. Genome, can you text me or IG me the Punisher book that we're doing? Because I want to have the hard copy of that book for this episode. So if you send me that, I'm going to order that thing tonight. And I think it should come in time because my mail's been decent. Looks like alien-inspired Native American art. Yeah. Yeah, the Iron Man cover nailed it. Seriously. What's next? Here we go. This one is this one is a variant of that very character that we were just discussing. So that is Kushala's cover. That's going to be the #1 issue, I think, of her series. I think. Marvel's Voices, Indigenous Voices #1. No, that can't be her. That's not her solo story. Maybe this is a book that's already out. I don't know. I think it's okay, but I think they probably could have did a little better on it. She doesn't have 6 arms. She looks like Spiral from X-Men. But, I mean, from what I read, I never seen her bust out with the 6 arms. So I'm not sure what that's about. Here we go. Here's my boy Genome coming through. Just a quick Just a quick programming note. Graders notes next week on Gino Presents channel, Thursday night. We're doing Punisher War Journal number 13. We're going to dig right through it. A Jim Lee cover. Who does the inside art? In the writing, Mr. Genome, if you don't mind. We'll see. What an interesting cover. Jim Lee, notable. What will the gang grade this cover? I look forward to seeing how the boys will dissect that. Yeah. Looks like Spiral. Yeah, it does look like Spiral. Spiral showed up in X Factor recently. Nice. Good to see you aggressively. Yo, and the last one I'm going to show, dude, is not from... it's from that Indigenous Voices, but it's not this style. And it's a doozy. It's a banger. Dave Ross on pencils. Potts on story. Boom. Yep, we shall see next Thursday the fate of that cover and the inside of that book. Yo, check out this last variant, dude, by David Mack. Marvel Voices, Indigenous Voices. So this is a variant of this same book. If anyone in the chat knows if these books have come out yet, let me know. I don't know. But damn, that's nice. And that's the character Echo, which he worked on before, because I think she was part of that Daredevil run. But man, that's a freaking beauty of a cover right there. With the is that a crow or a raven in the background? I don't know. But golly, Miss Molly, bro, I really like that. I really like that. So we have that to look forward to. Yeah, everyone in the chat is co-signing. Oh, except Chris. Chris, we have the Voice of Dissent. This cover's not doing it for him, unless you were talking about the other one. Because otherwise, we got a goddamn. That's the cover I'm getting. I like it. She cute. It's a Craven. I think ravens are crows. Psh, what? But crows aren't ravens. Dude, what are we talking about? Is this like a rooster and a chicken situation? Like a male raven is a crow and ravens are only females? Is that what I'm hearing? You know, I don't know. I'm not up on my bird biology, quite frankly. Boom. So, yeah, dude, that's the scoop. Just figured I read those last night. I got a kick out of it. I thought it was pretty cool. Took a shot on the series. And then that prompted me to look into this Indigenous Voices series. Figured I'd share those variants with you, let you know what the spec news is on those books. You know what I mean? And that's about it. I don't think I'm gonna elongate this program much more than that, unless someone in the chat has something that they need to address. You know what I'm saying? I'll oblige it. But I think we covered our bases. I think this was a nice, tight episode. We got together on this topic, broke it down, dude. So now we know what's happening with Kushala. Let me show you the Let me show you the thing one more time. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Let me show you what we're working with here, guys. Buckle up. Kushala, the Demon Rider. If you don't know, now you know. Again, shout out to I Got Issues, who put me onto it. Joey Bagger Sevens. Yes, elongate. Yo, Zach B. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Oh, you know what? I have to hit you up about something. So remind me. How's about that Batman? I mean, shit, dude. The Batman run, I did get myself up to speed. I've been trying to catch up on some of the newer stuff recently. Because I really took a big hiatus from reading anything new. I checked out the Batman. I read Joker War. I read the whole Joker War story. The one that introduces Punchline, Clown Hunter. Thumbs up. Thumbs up to me. From me. I think Tinian is doing his thing. I was not hot on the Tom King run. I don't want to see Batman Catwoman romance. Like, I don't want the whole story arc to revolve around that. You know what I'm saying? But we're in the driver's seat. We're introducing new characters, you know, and we got good stuff going on. You know what I mean? And the last issue I read, they introduced a new character, the Ghost Maker. It was like a last page reveal on the last issue that I read, and it looks like today the issue dropped that introduces that's going to start that new storyline with this guy Ghostmaker. So he's pretty cool looking. I'm going to check that out. That's one thing I like about this Batman series is like, let's introduce some new rogues gallery. That's one of the best things you can do with Batman. It's like, get some new rogues in the mix. And I think they've been pretty top notch. Yeah. Yeah. I think Punchline is a dope character. And I think introducing Punchline has been good for Harley Quinn as a character. Because Harley Quinn, like, can get stale after a while. Now that she's like a reformed bad guy type of character, you can only do that so long and get so much juice out of that before she's just like Deadpool. She's just like a quipping Deadpool type of chick. And her and Poison Ivy's thing is kind of only interesting for so long. But, yo, adding Punchline, Joker's new boo into the mix and that rivalry and shit, it kind of like, I think, threw an interesting dynamic into Harley's character. And the White Knight stuff. Who mentioned? Yeah, Chris Barrett mentioned the White Knight stuff. Can't go wrong with any White Knight series. I co-sign that for sure. So yeah, man. Boom. There we go. Thanks for checking in, everybody. We're only about 15 minutes away from Inquiring Minds on Hialeah Comic Bro's channel. And we're going to be sitting down having a deep dive discussion with the one and only Roger Metarog, which blew me away, by the way, with that freaking your Halloween persona, dude. Every time you were on the screen talking, I was laughing, smiling, like home run, dude, on Meta Rock, straight up and down. Whoa, look at Gray Man. He's getting very authoritarian here. Throw her away and lock the key. Throw away the key, I mean. And what up, Kachun? Good to see you, brother. All right, guys. Thanks again for hanging out. I'm sure I'll see you guys around soon. Until next time. Till next time. I don't have an outing catchphrase. But insert parting show ending catchphrase here.